50 proven facts that nobody wants to hear, according to Reddit. Number 50, that we all judge people. And then the top comment is, I don't. Of course not, Adolf Hitler. Look at all those underscores in between his name. Truth be told, this is actually number 49, but guess what number 50 really is? Pokemon Go is now more popular than any Pokemon game ever released on any Nintendo platform. And that's while being officially available currently in just 3 countries on the planet. And people are saying, of course it is, it's free. And essentially everybody has this fucking smartphone that they can, Number 48.
It might make them just as much money or more, because I know even free apps can make a lot of money for people. That's all I had to say.
Well, I'm glad somebody's making that money, cause it sure as hell ain't me. Number 48, please. The average person has less than 2 arms. Oh, haha. Going from the average, being between a person with 2 arms and between a person with 1, the average would be less than 2 arms.
Is that stunning to you?
It's just stupid. Like most things on Reddit, it's just stupid. Number 47. There are 46 million Xbox Live subscribers, of which 62% are male. 39% of Xbox Live subscribers are under 18 years old. Running the numbers, that means that a minimum of 11,122,801 people, or 0.15% of the world population, has fucked OP's mom. Wow. Loading a comment here. Is this real? Are 38% of the people on Xbox Live girls? A grill? You know what I mean? Number 47. Exotic pets kill a smaller percentage of their owners than dogs. Nigga, that I bet you that math is all wrong. I bet you it's going by like the percentage all over, when the bottom line is like barely anyone owns exotic pets. Just want to point out that ferrets are a type of exotic pet. The chance of those killing you are about 0. This statistic is dangerous. Well, what if you give a ferret a knife and then see what it can do with it? You telling me that it's impossible for a ferret to kill somebody?
I've read something about a ferret eating a baby's face.
Eat that baby's face. Doesn't mean that you should rush out and get a baby lion. Shameless self-plug, one of my ferrets frolicking in the woods. Okay, this music done pissed me off.
This is the way you start to promote your videos on other people's Reddits.
Nah. This is the way that I should start, going shameless self-plug, and then getting banned because... Nah. Number 46. Jews make up 2% of the American population. Jews make up 48% of the billionaires in America. God damn.
Sarah, I yawned through that 48 of what?
What?
I yawned through that 48 of what?
48% of the billionaires in America. American Gentiles need to up their game. Fuck me. Number 45. Men make up 75% of all suicide victims. Men also compose over 93% of U.S. inmates. Well, that's because the women can send them to jail with a word. And, some of us would rather die than live in a Pokemon-less world. If they all knew that Pokemon was out now, they'd get their shit right. You know what I'm talking about? Can we send a letter to the people on the inside, Stripes? Let them know that it's Pokemon as fuck out here now.
Give them a reason to finally reform into like a productive member of society and also a Pokemon trainer.
We are not productive members of society, Stripes. People in glass houses. Number 44. There is a 100% chance some stupid website will cherry pick entries from this post for their content. I'm not a stupid website. Number 43. Losing weight almost always is as simple as eating less calories than you burn. Well, nigga, damn.
You're
Number...
also not cherry picking.
What?
You're also not cherry picking.
I'm cherry picking in that there are comments way below that I am not interested in.
I'll give you that.
43. Almost nobody is gluten intolerant. Well, there you go. Number 42.
I read someone was gluten intolerant. Ooh, she was on Arthur. She was a cat.
What does this say? What's this word here? What word is this here? Man. Almost. What would you say that word means? Number 43. The creator of GIF says it's pronounced GIF. And moms like you choose GIF. If you have to explain how your acronym is pronounced by spelling it differently, then your acronym sucks. It's not really an acronym. As far as like... I guess, yeah, he's right. When I think of the way that it's pronounced, nigga, it's like, does it matter? Does it matter? Are we up in arms about how people are pronouncing PNG and JPEG? Can you imagine if somebody came out and was like, it's not PNG, it's PNG, you know? Number 41. Vegans tend to have lower rates of cancer than meat eaters and vegetarians. What?
I'd rather have the burger than not, honestly.
Yeah, than run the risk of not getting cancer. I'd rather eat meat than be a pussy. I'd rather die than be a pussy. For example,
a pretentious fucker with nothing else in his life to like brag about, humble brag anyway.
Yeah.
That he's saving the world somehow, but not eating what's available to him.
For example, vegan women had a 34% lower rates of female-specific cancers like breast, cervical, and ovarian cancer. Similar results were found in men for prostate cancer. This is stupid, though, considering, like, cancer doesn't just pick people based on, their diets, nigga. It could just be happenstance that, the people who didn't end up with cancer were part of a certain variety. That's like saying that,
Is it a bad time to say cancer runs in my mother's side?
What do you mean runs in it? Like your people over your grandmothers have had cancer over and over?
Well, my mother had ovary cancer after delivering her fourth child. And of course, that was handled and caught early. My aunt and my uncle have had cancer, and I think still do. So yeah, it's not like distant, it's pretty close.
It's probably just, Lord Jesus, of course, striking down your family for its wicked ways, a generational curse that will follow you all for years and years to come. And you better praise the Lord Jesus upon your knees on your bed at night. I am kidding, dude. I'm sure your family will get over it, and hopefully everything will work out fine. I'm sorry to hear that, Stripes, but you'll be fine as well. Don't worry about that cancer. It can't catch you.
How many times I see a doctor in a year?
Do you know how many times you see a doctor in a year?
Yes.
To check for cancer?
No. That's the point.
Are you implying that you don't see a doctor ever?
I don't see a doctor ever.
Nigga, we're recording a video right now and everybody can hear like how fucking difficult it is speaking to you. Like it's like trying to crack a safe or some shit. Like you hear something and you're like, wait, what? And then she goes, no, not that. I was being sarcastic. Oh, I could tell. It's so easy to tell with you, Stripes. It's so easy to tell. Number 41. The average person has been much further up their mother's vagina than their dad ever has. Okay. Number 40. That we are living in the most peaceful time ever. Also, world hunger is at its lowest ever. Man, I need to figure out a way to make these Pokemon Go apps like make food for children, and then we'll really be solving that monkey ass hunger. Every caught Pokemon who will send $1 to these African babies so they can, get taught how to pave highways or some shit, man. I don't know. I can't believe I said that. 39. HIV is not transmitted well via oral or vaginal sex, but it's transmitted very well via butthole sex. www.cdc.gov/hiv/estimates/risk behaviors.html. That's www.cdc.gov/hiv/estimates/risk behaviors.html. If you guys are interested in more HIV research, you're going to have to donate to my PayPal at paypal.me/Kyle. You know what I mean? I'm not just going to be looking up HIV shit, making people come to my page talking about, wait a minute, is this man gay? Listen to that voice. He got to be gay. That's stuff that people say to Stripes. Listen to Stripes. She got to be stupid. I'm kidding. Nobody says that. That's so cute. That voice, that noise you made sounded so wounded. Stripes, you were like, oh. I don't even think you could make noises like that on command. That's the problem. I need noises like that for like animated shorts, and if you can't even make them on command, then I'm screwed. The odds of catching HIV from receptive anal sex are about 100 times higher than the odds of catching from oral sex. Yeah, that's what somebody just wrote. Oh wait, nigga, you wrote that. Moving on. Number 38, the hiring rate for women in stem cell fields, or STEM fields, I don't know what the hell that is, when adjusted for education experience, is 2 times that of males right now. Okay. Number 47, in 2003, 505 people died in America from accidental discharge of firearms. 30 of them were under 4. Oh shit. In 2003, 500 plus people died from accidental weapon fire. 30 of them were under 4 years old. 30! Damn!
That's what you get for redneck dads leaving their guns all around the house.
No, sir. Well, I don't want to shoot a baby. Not anymore. It's your turn to take a bullet, put it in the infant skull. And why do we like to kill so much? I can't decide. Kill a baby.
Oh my god.
Look, who's this gonna trigger? Who's this gonna trigger?
Apparently.
Nigga, it's somebody gonna be watching this video going, it's been 2 years since I shot my baby. I'd like to apologize for how edgy the Kyle channel just got. That's uncalled for. It's not funny. We're not laughing at people. We don't know any of these dead babies. Okay, babies die every damn day. People ain't bent out of shape about them. Go get triggered about something else. If you're triggered by me talking about babies getting accidentally dead in the comment section, think about all the babies getting deliberately dead right now. Am I in charge of that? Hail to the no. So go and donate to the PayPal, Kyle. Is that what I'm talking about? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Look. Let's move on. Okay. 36. Riding in a car is way more dangerous than flying, yet more people are scared to get on planes than in cars. Man, nigga, whatever. To be fair, the yawn just attacked me. Shut up. My fear of planes stems from my anxiety from not being in control. I have less intense reaction when I'm not the person driving. Nigga, talking about control, you have none in the car. Most people get rammed into and fucking fucked by some asshole who doesn't know how to drive, isn't paying attention, is drunk, some shit like this, and then people die. A lot of the times the person who's drunk is not the person who is harmed in an accident, so that's the classiest part. You don't have any control over any aspect of your life, and even with you sitting inside your dumbass cubicle at your fuck-ass office job, or chilling at home, looking up the horrible, stupid shit that you do on the fucking internet, a car could come barreling through your place of work or residence and fucking kill you. And there'd be some Asian in the car talking about, hey! I'm kidding. The Asian part. God, Kyle, come on.
You set him up, but you disappoint me with the lack of accent. Why do you have to?
Oh, who that's in front of the car? When they come through the an Asian, you're making me take it too far. It was a joke initially, and now it's just becoming racist. 37. In Europe and in the US, an individual's likelihood of being hurt or killed by a terrorist is negligible. Okay. Bye. Number 36. That women are likely to commit physical domestic violence against their partners than men are. Duh, they're more fucking, likely to do it. They can get away with it. They're not going to be jailed for that shit. That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. If you're in a room full of people with no... What? What stripes? One more stripes. Speak up.
I said I'd never hit you, Kyle.
Yes, you have.
No, when?
I feel like you have. You have hit me. You don't remember?
No.
You gay then. Piece of shit. 36. If you're in a room full of people with no windows open, the headache feeling you get is oxygen deprivation. Oh god, it's getting stuffy and gross because people in there breathing up all the air. If oxygen levels drop by 2%, it'll make you feel groggy. But nobody wants to hear that. It's just stuffy in here. Yeah, that's what causes the stuffiness. Or I should read it like this. Yeah, that's what causes the stuffiness, with an inflection like that. Can we open a window in here? Can we crack a fucking door open? Actually, it's not oxygen deprivation, but CO2 buildup. Because, we take in oxygen and breathe out the monkey balls. So if there's too much of that in the air, we're fucked. Number 35. Vaccines don't cause autism. Well, smart people know this shit. But dumbass parents who are all like vegan and want their kids to be fucking stupid and weak too. They don't give their kids the autism, the autism shots. That's what we should call them. What?
Weren't there two magicians that made some kind of PSA about this?
Two magicians?
I don't remember their names. It's a big man and a little man.
It's the big man and little man magician show. Did they have a white tiger? Did they come out and say we were going to make autism disappear?
No, that wasn't them.
And then they pulled out a black hat that was the size of autism.
Tell me how big autism is, Kyle.
Well, your average unit of autism. Number 35. Legalizing abortion reduced the crime rate because these kids didn't grow up to be criminals. Ooh. Damn. Oh, snap, he said it. That study has been widely criticized and defended. It coincides with several other massive societal changes, some that are much more widely accepted in academia as the reason behind the drop, but they have less of a popular political narrative, so don't get as much traction in the general pub. Like the wiki, actually an interesting read. There's a lot of back and forth. The study itself, for example, if abortion was the cause and the drop in the crime should have dropped with the lowest age brackets first and gone up every year. As the abortion clean generations grew, it did the reverse of that. Older age brackets went down first. For me, it's just all the other factors that occurred at those same times. Leaded gasoline ban, mass incarceration, huge changes to the drug policies, the U.S. drug war, ramped up policing and grew police force, certain types of economic disparity becoming less visible, which is gay. We run into too many issues controlling for them. This was boring. This is why we're not opening anymore.
Anything?
What?
Did you come away with anything? Because I sure as hell started tuning you out pretty soon into that.
Man, you sound digital as fuck today. Are you gonna make a Daft Punk remix of your own voice today, please?
I don't want to put in the effort for that.
Can you say around the world?
That's not what I said.
Come on, just say around the world.
Around the world.
Around the world, around the world, around the Number 30 something, nigga. Fat people die earlier than average people due to diabetes and other complications. Like, I already didn't know my life is short. Okay. Men who have penetrative sex with other women are at a higher risk of contracting an STD than any other demographic. And that is the reason why they face more restrictions when trying to donate blood. Well, nigga, stop having butt sex, you stupid motherfucker. I mean, do whatever you want. I don't fucking care. This one. I'm gay and also a scientist. Could a story begin any more hilarious? I dedicated years of my life studying HIV.
Tone it down,
And
man.
I completely support the ban on MSM donating blood. I've lost friends over it. The truth is that the homosexual community is in denial about HIV. 1 in 120 of the Toronto are currently HIV positive. The Lambda study was really eye-opening. It surveyed people, asked them if they were HIV positive or negative, then did a blood test to see their actual status. It turns out 23.8, almost 1 in 4 of the MSM surveyed in Toronto were HIV positive. Out of those, only 73% knew they were positive. Or they were just lying. I don't know. It's just crazy, you guys. 16% believed they were negative, and 11% said they didn't know their status. It's not homophobic to talk about facts. You want to do that again, KO? It's not homophobic to talk about facts. Damn, I gotta go back and listen to that flub-a-dub. It's not homophobic to talk about facts. It's time that we start dealing with this issue with a piece of tissue. I ain't read no more of this fucking gay shit. You fucking gay. I'm kidding. Nothing wrong with these gays. But try not to, if you're gonna butt sex, just try not to get to AIDS, What?
You gotta butt sex with the best, Kyle.
Butt sex with the best. You can blame it all on STD. Number 27, let's pretend. If you put a cow in an airtight container, it would die of methane poisoning before it ran out of oxygen. Because it farted itself like monkey balls? It would fart itself to death?
Yeah. They do release a lot of gas.
We should get a cow in a room and see how long it takes the fumes to become too much for us to consume. He says, edit, rest in peace my inbox. To all those asking about the size of the container, it shouldn't matter. And those asking about what the cow ate, not so sure. But the comments regarding that the cow would be from a feedlot, grain-fed rather than grass, I would tend to agree. Why would anyone not want to hear that? I mean, who cares? Just like most of this, man. Number 26. About 1 man a year accidentally shoots his dick off. Okay, this is a good bookmark to just slide that up over there. Dudes shoot dick off. All right, let's continue here. The United States of America imprisons a larger percentage of its population than any other country. Then profits from their incarceration. And the bottom line is, that's why they do it, nigga, because it's a racket. They wouldn't be putting as much people in jail if they couldn't make money
about
off
it. Like, it costs money to house these men when it's benefiting us too.
It doesn't. What do you mean costs money to? Like I told you, man, the prison system is essentially just like a hoe that has a whole bunch of babies and gets a handout from the government. She is rolling in that shit. The prison system is rolling in that fucking money. Not to even talk about the free labor that they get. You know what I mean? From half of these people in there trying to get good behavior and reduce their sentences and basically just come off like, have something to do. You know what I mean? Instead of just sitting in this fucking cage. The bottom line is, you're a lady, you got 10 kids and you're paid like $100 per kid. What if you decided you were only going to spend $100 on all 10 of these kids? That's $900 that you're pocketing however often you get that money. That's how the prison system works. They get a whole bunch of niggas, right? They make a whole bunch of money off them niggas, and they make sure they only going to spend a certain amount of money on these niggas. So all of the money that they get, all of the free labor that they get, all of the shit they do and monkly shoobly do. I mean, it's just like Clinton. She could be illegal in her balls off. She could shoot a whole bunch of black people tomorrow. You know what I mean? After they suppress the rioters, she's gonna be the next president of the United States.
Let's you and me never go to jail, huh?
Number 30, 25? Let's say it's 25. Animal agriculture emits more greenhouse gases than all forms of transport combined in the world. Well, don't get down on the animals. What can they do about their farty farts? Number 24. While deployed in Afghanistan or Iraq, American female soldiers were most likely raped by their fellow soldiers than attacked by the enemy. Well, it's true. So unless they were like the slutty types of chicks that wanted to get fucked, you know what I mean?
Well, they also weren't on the field so much, were they?
They were in a crazy capacity. A lot of these girls got fucked out there, and a lot of them were into it. But some girls are into that shit. That's what you got to think about. But some of them aren't. So, I don't mean to diminish some of these women who went into service because they wanted to do something for their country, or maybe even felt like they had no other option as far as life was concerned, and then had their and then had themselves deflowered against their own will. Number 23. The bees are dying. My briefcase full of bees ought to put a stop to that. Hey, that's my line, says Dr. Bees. Jesus Christ. Number 22. 100% of the people die at some point in their life, usually near the end. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Number 21. 9 out of 10, possibly more, of child abductions, rapes, and or abuse are committed by a family member or close family friend. Oh, now this is what I'm talking about. Get into that morbid shit. You people need to be looking for like really scary and ridiculous lists for me. Stuff that would just make you cringe and be hard to listen to. I'd be reading it like it was just the hottest thing in the fucking world. Not that that's okay, you know what I mean? But other channels do it, and I don't see people giving them shit for it. So I dare you to have some shit to say to me in the fucking comment section. You understand me, asshole? Unless you fucking PayPaling me some shit right now before you got shit to be breaking off in this fucking comment section. I dare you to write some horse shit that calls me out when you listening to all these other fliff-wibbling dibble strips of a fucking ginger frick bobbly on the other fucking channels. You know what I'm talking about? Stripes could tell you all about the frick bobblies, but she's not gonna.
There are other channels?
You know what I mean? Stripes is that loyal stuff. I'm kidding. I see this so often, and it makes no sense. Insecure parents are willing to limit their child's activities or independence to, say, disallow them to walk home from school or their own or go to a shop on their own, but yet they have no problem letting over to their relatives or friends' houses. It makes no sense. The world is not as mean as people think, and the overwhelming majority of people are good. Whatever you could tell yourself to get to sleep at night. Edit. For anyone wondering, I understand fully why you would trust your child with a relative. My point is that if you do that, then a walk down the street alone for your child should be perfectly acceptable, given that it's statistically nearly 10 times safer, assuming your child knows how to safely cross a road. I'm trying to highlight the incorrect risk assessment being made in the latter, not to say that children shouldn't be left with relatives. Nigga, writing this isn't gonna stop the stupid ass parents with nothing better to do than browse Reddit from attacking you on their stance on raising their kids and how they're always right, because I'm always right, and these kids don't know what they're fucking talking about or what they're doing. Do you have kids? Do you have kids? You don't know then, do you? Do you have kids? Fucking
I'd like to
stupid
hear
ass.
your parenting advice, Ken.
My parenting advice is kill yourself. If you're a parent, kill yourself. You know what I mean? Let the kid have the money, get some life insurance, then kill yourself. The money would do a better job at raising your kid than you would with your overprotective, hypocritical, double standard type bullshit. You're establishing your kid and trying to grow him for a world that is obsolete. Do you get what I'm saying? It would be like us going to a class right now and learning how to use VHS tapes and fucking cassettes and shit like this. It doesn't fucking matter now. Do you know what I mean? When we go to a driving ed class, we don't need to learn how to ride a goddamn horse. We need to learn how to drive a car. So when you're raising your kid, understand that they're growing up in times and dealing with shit that you don't know fucking shit about. Try your best to equip these kids with what they need to get through scenarios that they may find themselves in, to defend themselves, to stand up on 2 feet, not be used as a doormat, have the confidence to not succumb to peer pressure. Understand that the things that you say and the things that you try to make your children do, in a way, if you go too far, are peer pressure themselves. Don't be a fucking hypocrite. We understand that you have their best interest at heart, but getting a whole bunch of people on deck to go, why can't you be like this? Why can't you do this? Nigga, it's no different from him being in a scenario with a whole bunch of his nigga ass friends where they're going, hey man, why don't you smoke crack from this pipe? Why can't you be like us, man? Why can't you do this? Either it's always okay, or it's never okay. Shut the fuck up, parents. Number 20, whatever. Approximately 97% of the positively upvoted statistical facts on Reddit are facts Reddit would like to hear again and again to reinforce Reddit's agenda, even if completely wrong, unproven, or, and if it's an Ask Reddit thread that asks for statistically proven facts that nobody wants to hear. Edit to add. Sheesh. Is that how you spell sheesh? I would spell sheesh with an S. I thought this post was satirical enough that people would know I made it up and that there is no source. And yes, I know the word agenda. What, did he misspell it initially? What I used wasn't the right word. I was looking. Oh my god. You know, you ever just read some shit that makes you want to like pick in your nose?
I don't think so, no. But everything's read to me at this point.
Everything's read to you. So how would you know if you don't read? My god, Stripes. What did you dream about? Let's hear it.
In conversation with you as usual.
What?
Having a conversation with you as usual.
Interesting. Number 20, let's say that it's 20. If you are white, the most likely person to murder you is a white person, known to you. If you are black, the most likely person to murder you is a black person, known to you. If you are Hispanic, the most likely person to murder you is a Hispanic person, known to you. Stop worrying about what those people are doing or scheming to do to you, and worry about your own friends and family. Oh, it gets better than that, because you know who, by far, is the most likely person to kill you? You. In 2013, there were about 16,000 murders in the US, which sounds like a large number, and it is, but in the same year, there were about 41,000 suicides. What happened in 2013, nigga? What happened in 2013? 500 people fucking accidentally shot and killed? In 2013, a total of 2,500,000 resident deaths were registered in the United States. The 15 leading causes of the deaths were the disease of heart, malignant neoplasms, cancer. You get some other diseases that affect the breathing. Unintentional injuries, number 4. Stroke, number 5. Alzheimer's disease, diabetes, influenza, pneumonia, nephritis, intentional self-harm, suicide. That comes in at number 10. It didn't seem like that, insane. But why are we killing ourselves, man? It's getting scary. Number 19. In Africa, girls are more likely to be raped than receive formal education. That sucks. Turkish women aged 15 to 14 are more likely to die at the hands of a violent partner than by cancer and road traffic accidents. Ugh. Number 18. The number of medical errors we have in hospitals was the same as pilot errors in airlines. We'd have 200 if the number of medical errors we have in hospitals were the same as pilot errors, we'd have 267 fully loaded 366 passenger Boeing 747s crash every year. Wow. It's really scary how many accidents happen in hospitals. But 267, nearly 400 people carrying planes would crash every year if we had as many plane accidents as we did with hospital accidents. Pretty scary stuff. Doctors are overworked. Nurses are overworked. No one has enough sleep. Yeah, it's a huge problem. Medical professionals are basically expected not to have basic human needs and problems and to do Herculean amounts of work as a matter of course. That's going to cause mistakes eventually, guaranteed. We need to train these fucking robots somehow, man. We need to train these fucking robots. It's the future, right?
How many people die per year because
Of
how sloppy a
malpractice.
doctor's signature is? Well, not a signature, but handwriting is.
Come on, man. That's pretty specific. Numbers got to be pretty low. Certainly lower than the suicides. Organically and conventionally produced foodstuffs are not significantly different in the nutrient count. Yeah, those organic fuckwads don't want to hear that shit. More Americans were killed by toddlers than terrorists in 2015. That's what I'm talking about. Can we get like a toddler with a gun? Oh shit, why are there black babies? Oh, they're not black babies. They're just color-coordinated babies. 13 toddlers have inadvertently killed themselves with firearms. 18 more injured themselves. 10 injured other people. And 2 killed other people. Oh, those Asian baby take gun and kill people. I'm killing you with a gun and I'm a baby. So let's see. We get like a toddler with a gun. Pretty good one. It's not bad, right? Does that look like good thumbnail shit? Should I use this motherfucker?
No, I like that one better.
This one?
Yes.
Who is this little nigga? What about this guy? Oh shit, yeah. Come on. Come on, that's the one. That is the one. Anyway, let's get back here. More things live on your skin than there are humans on the planet. Yeah, some girls ain't trying to hear that. Oh my god. This seems to weird. Oh, it does seem to weird a lot of people out. I thought they were saying it seems too weird. It seems to weird a lot of people out, but it doesn't bother me. I just hope my little buddies are healthy and have a good time. Yeah, I hope they're having a good time. Reminds me of the cartoon series about a germ detective, Osmosis Jones. Stupid. 1 in 6 men have experienced abusive sexual experiences before the age of 18, and this figure is probably on the low end, as males who have such experiences are less likely to disclose them than women are. Yep, probably happens more often than you think. Maybe some of us forget it too.
Well, you probably. Of course it does.
Whatever. If you're meeting Mickey Mouse at Disney World, there's a 98% chance that there's a girl inside. Yes. So she's bangable. Edit. I have some.
Mickey style?
Not in costume. But I do want her to be like, oh, and stuff. You know? That's how I get down. That's how I get down.
I wish I knew.
You wish you knew how I get down. Doesn't the world wish they knew how
I wish I knew sooner.
I have some other things to take care of today, but I'll be back to answer your questions. So help me wait. This is an interesting fact. Don't see nobody wants to hear this. Don't see how nobody wants to hear this. Okay. There's a 100% chance that at least one of these posts will be submitted to Today I Learned Tomorrow. I was right. Somebody submitted a TIL post. Today I learned that smokers and obese people are actually cost the healthcare system less money in the long run. I guess we didn't get to that one, so somebody ruined that for us, huh? The majority of rapes and sexual assaults are committed by someone already known to the victim. One of the reasons we need to change the narrative around rape/assault, in my opinion, because people still have the image of stranger lurking in a dark alley and often think the attacker as not like that because they don't seem like the scary alley dweller. They're someone that has been let into lives and homes. It also causes the attackers to not always realize what they've done. The Cosby Show of all places actually addressed this pretty well. Oh wait, it's a different world, not Cosby. It's a different world.
I was just thinking about guys, how we treat women. When you were my age, you did a little hoochie. Did a little coochie too?
That's Sinbad. I forgot Sinbad was on a different world. When you were my age, you did a little hoochie, a little coochie too, and then studio audience laugh. Ha 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 ha. This is where we know when to laugh. Ha 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 ha. Situational comedies are still on the air today. Buzzinga. Ha 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 ha. The majority of rapes. Talking about rape, you know what I mean? I'm getting raped in the eyeballs, trying to like get out of this room with this TV in it. Because this Big Bang butt sex show was the whole universe was in the dark, struck my balls. The world is a safer place now than in any other time in history. Yep, that it is. 75%. Who doesn't want to hear this? Nobody wants to hear that. Yesterday I stabbed my toe against the table for the first time in 5 years, so your statement may be false. Want me to call a tow truck?
Ugh.
Want me to call a tow truck?
Stop.
Do you want me to call a tow truck? I'm an albatross. I'm an albatross. Daddy, would you like some sausage? Daddy, would you like some I really associate pun work like this with Tom Green. 75% of suicides are male. 3% of them total in males. Oh god, fuck my balls. That's much easier to find a statistical correlation than it is to prove a statistical causation. Yep. That smokers and obese people actually cause the healthcare system less money in the long run because they die earlier. Nice. Healthy people cost the healthcare system more because they live longer into old age and cost more money. Get it?
Yes, I get it.
60 to 70% of our elderly couples in the United States still engage in oral sex.
Ugh. I don't want to know what they're doing.
Please no. Your grandma is gumming your grandpa, probably right now. And since older people tend to wake up early, they've probably been at it for a while. You know what they say, the early bird gets the worm.
She just kicks out her teeth.
Look, my grandpa's dead,
And it's
man.
go
I'm trying to
time.
hear any of this, So that's certainly not been happening. It would be wrong. You obviously haven't had someone take their teeth out for a blowjob. It's amazing. Okay. Wife had all her teeth pulled in her 30s. Can confirm. My wife's had bad teeth. Her mom lost her teeth in her 40s. My wife's teeth started having issues in her 20s, and the cost to fix them up was in the tens of thousands of dollars. The cost to get them all pulled and fitted with dentures was like $2,000. So she went that route. That's dedication. Not many are willing to go the extra mile for a perfect blowjob. Nothing better than Nana's Indian summer hamagamas. Ooh, you gotta get that Nana's Indian summer hamagama. That's it, I'm out. Yep, enough. Jesus Christ. Good diet and exercise will make you lose weight. No, I want to take a pill that makes me slim again. So if anybody's listening to this video and you know of like some kind of, maybe they're illegal, who cares, drugs that can essentially just get me to like poop out the fat, you know what I mean? Not like a tapeworm or something, but like, just something that's just going to make me like vomit a lot. Something that'll have me on the toilet for maybe like a week and I just feel like I want to die or something. But then like I lose like, a couple pounds, in the
I
greatest
used
shape
to
of
have
my life.
medication like that in high school, but it didn't do any of that. I mean, it just made me feel less hungry, or not hungry. I only got to eat
It's some
twice
kind
a
of
day.
appetite suppressor.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that
I
be worse
lost-
for you in the long run? Because, it slows down your metabolism and your body will be clinging to the few things that you give it.
I mean, I took it for like 2 months and I lost 60 pounds. Can you guess it all came back?
Number 2. Crime rates in the United States have steadily decreased since the 1990s, yet the media and government portray it as a much more pessimistic narrative. Well, y'all are the niggas watching mainstream news. Like, who watches television these days? That's actually really impressive. Murder and robbery rates halved between 1993 and 2012, according to this chart. Any idea why? Somebody else says, well, I can offer 2 theories to that fact. Roe versus Wade started in the 70s, so unwanted kids wouldn't grow up in a terrible household. Lead poisoning has been shown to increase violent tendencies and lower IQ. Lead levels have been falling. The early 90s were in the crack epidemic. If you look at graphs, there is a spike in the late 80s and 90s. To be honest, niggas back then didn't have smartphones to just throw their whole life away on. Now we are just so buried in shit that's going on the internet like we are right now that, we ain't got no time to be out there fucking killing motherfuckers and robbing a place, unless they have a better smartphone than I do, you know what I mean? Maybe I can play some Pokemon Go on that shit. Somebody send me the location of where I can get this shit. We gotta rob that place. We gotta hit that place. We gotta scope it out. We gotta stake the place. You see what I'm saying? Stake this joint. And then we gotta hit that motherfucker. Bam! You know what I mean? Get in and out before the police are there. You know what I mean? Get our scramblers on deck. Them cops gonna show up, don't understand what's going on. What is technology? I'm an old man, I don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? My equipment won't work. Hubba Bubba Max. That's a gum, Stripes. Have you ever tried Hubba Bubba Max?
Once. It was okay.
Isn't it funny how desensitized Stripes is to my madness, talking about scoping out and then hitting a joint with a phone that's good enough to play Pokemon Go
Well,
for
you
me?
never do that to someone. You don't want to. You're not the kind of person that would ruin someone's day, are you?
No, that's why I'm recording these long, ridiculous videos. I'm trying to give someone something that makes them smile. And I guess somebody else something to just have their hand on their genitals for, right? Number 1, the 61% of U.S. gun deaths are suicides. That 22 U.S. veterans commit suicide oh my God. Oh my God. 22 U.S. veterans commit suicide every day. Holy shit. Basically, we have a mental health crisis in this country. And it doesn't seem that anyone is willing to seriously address it. In the U.S. Army, you're more likely to commit suicide than be killed by the enemy. Also, car accidents and industrial accidents, even during the war. An organization of 1.5 averaged just under 700 dead per year in both wars combined. That speaks less to a suicide problem and more to a low causality rate. As a European/British tourist to the USA, I'm often shocked by how mental health is neglected in urban areas. The majority of homeless people I've come across aren't just sad stories of unemployment, but very sad stories of mental health. Well, they don't have the help available to them that they need. It's much like the prison system in America, you know what I mean? It is not at all invested in reform. They're not trying to make these people better. Sometimes when they release, people from prison reluctantly, it's on parole or on a type of probation that they know that the person won't be able to complete, so that they'll end up back in there so that they can profit off of them and have their labor again. It's totally retarded. It's a fucking racket. And a lot of the things that are illegal right now, we're talking specifically about drugs, are scheduled so freaking ridiculously. Like we call them scheduled as in like what the drugs are tiered as. Like, meaning, the higher the tier, the more profound, more intense the punishment. The higher the fucking weight of the crime, man. It's just, they're just trying to take some of these people's lives away. It's not about rehabilitation. It's not about help. It's fucked. So I mean, this list was what it was. It wasn't as depressing as it could have been, but maybe Kyle made it even more depressing. Do you like feeling depressed? You know, I'm just joking. I'll read one for the ladies after. You know what I mean? I gotta keep making these lists for the ladies. You know what I mean, guys? So you'll be able to listen to it and enjoy it. You know what I mean? But the next one, it's gonna be for the ladies. What do you want to hear? You know, let me know in the comment section, because I need to make money, son, and it's not gonna happen if I'm making like 50 cents off these fucking videos. So let me know what's going on. Let me know something that you think may catch fire, and by that, of course, I must mean go viral, right? Because I'm some sort of shill that fucking cares. Look, if you could make $100 off a video, you do it, but it's not gonna happen unless I do something that people give a shit about. And these videos here, man, ain't nobody giving a shit about these. I'm just trying to make these videos and make somebody's day. Stripes knows what I'm talking about, and then Stripes chimes in and he's like, I'm Stripes.
You invite me onto these, and even if you didn't, they'd still be a great part of my day.
Oh, see you guys soon.